You're a good cat, Adam. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for actually listening to the record, so that we could actually have a conversation about it.
I want to say thank you very much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of yours for a long time.
All right. Good to hear.
Yeah, a friend of mine introduced me to you back in, I'd say, maybe 89, 90.
All right. Well, that's when I first really came to Australia. That's when my solo career really began.
I had an original blues band called Busted Up.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So it was actually inspired by your song. But again, it was all inspired by your playing. Yeah, we grew up on listening to your Talk to Your Daughter, Busted Up, everything. Mystic Mile, all those albums. We used to jam on a lot of those songs. So it's an honour to meet you and talk to you again.
Thanks.
But first of all, congratulations with the new album, Pure.
Yeah.
Fantastic album. I listened to it all week.
Thank you.
Really great songs. I mean, my favourites, I'd have to say, be Go, Pure, If You Want Me To, and A Dragon's Tail. But I mean, they're all great. But they're my favourites.
And they are entirely different to each other, every one of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I started it to some extent in the usual fashion. Like normally, I write a bunch of songs.
Yep.
Take a band into the studio, record for 4 or 5 days. And then go into the overdubbing and mixing process, etc. But I wasn't sure what I was doing. I knew that I was going to make an instrumental record because I'd been working, producing instrumental artists here in Nashville, and I was writing for them, and it was I was just in that head, So I had some rough ideas. I got together with a band, it was okay. Got together with a band again, wasn't so okay. Third time, I was just like, I need to make this record on, utterly on my own terms.
Yeah.
I need to be in control of every aspect of this record, not only the songs, but the sounds, the way it feels. It's because other musicians, influence the music, and I didn't want influence.
Yeah.
Normally I do,
Yeah.
But this time, just something in my body just said, I want to be in control of every aspect of this record. So we didn't do demos, we built the tracks.
Okay.
Casey Wasner, my co-producer and engineer, he and we went into the studio and we built just a working drum track,
Yep.
I would play bass on it, and then I'd put a rhythm guitar on it, and then I'd put a melody on it, and then I'd put some more guitars on it, and we'd massage it, change things, and when ready, we sent it to a drummer. Drummer overdubbed the drums from his house.
Yeah.
It was during COVID.
Yeah.
And then we would bring a bass player in. We would all wear masks, and we'd overdub bass guitar. Okay. And that's the way the record was made. Yeah. Never demos. It was a work in progress. And I'll tell you what, for me, I very much see the process of making a record, and now more than ever with this new record, it's like a painting, You start the painting, and then you don't like something, you can get rid of it. And you didn't like the yellow, so you take that out and you put in red, or green or whatever. Yep. It's like a picture, it's like it's like painting a sonic picture. And that was the method that we used in the making of this record. There was, there are 3 songs on the record that were recorded live. Go is one of them. And that's one of my favorites on the record.
Yeah.
That was done with bass drums and me and a saxophone player. Um, we added horns after the fact.
Yep.
Basically, the tenor player one of the guys just took a solo for me because
Okay.
I was rhythm guitar. It was a conveniency at the time. But Blues for Lonnie Johnson was a live recording. And also If You Want Me To, which I think you mentioned is one of your favorites.
Yep.
That was recorded in the studio, but a lot of things happened after the fact with that. In the process of like each track was singularly created, So like, for instance, on If You Want Me To, when it breaks down,
Yep.
and all you hear is acoustic guitar and bass.
Yep.
Well, we took out the drums, and that's what created that space. So we did very dramatic things like that, in the making of this record. If we don't like something, just take it out.
Yeah.
Or if we want to change a mood, just put some distortion on it,
Yeah.
And a lot was done, via technology, in terms of creating like atmospheres, and it's like, using the use of reverbs, delays, and other things. We might just like create a sound that runs through the track and you don't even really hear it, but you are hearing it and it is affecting you, but you're kind of not aware,
Yeah.
Like a lot, we did a lot of that on this record because, for me, it's, as I say, like a painting, there's subtleties to it. It has many layers. Some of these tracks, there were like 100 tracks, more, 120 tracks. Because there'd be this reverb on that, this reverb on that, two reverbs on that, this delay on that, this delay on that, this delay on that, this delay on that, and each one of those is a track, So it's multi-layered, and at the same time, it sounds like a band, if I'm not mistaken. Would you agree?
100%, for sure.
It sounds like people playing, the energy's there,
Yeah. But like you're saying about that, I call it like the eerie type effect we had in A Dragon's Tale, like that main riff you had at the start, but then it moves the song into like that funky type feel.
Yeah.
Another great song.
There were drums playing through the whole intro of that.
Okay.
As take them out. So we removed the drums from the first, couple of riffs that are played.
Yeah.
Because it just seemed to just be kind of laying there. So when the drums come in on the third time the riff is played, it kicks up.
Yeah.
So this kind of attention to the dynamic, like the way things move. And also, that's one of the places in particular where we created this whole background noise,
Yeah. Yeah.
So the riff plays, and you hear the void, the great void. And then we play the riff again, more void. And then, bam, the drums come in. So that's the way we built the record. We built this record. But to me, it has a complete, like, kind of through composition. It's like classical music in a way to me. It's like a long piece. It's a whole piece that goes through different moods and emotions and things.
It does. And then you got like you were talking about, Go, like the more the James Brown funky type version,
Can I tell you something about that?
Yep.
Yeah. Nate Smith is the drummer on Go.
Okay.
And Nate came into prominence, I think primarily with a group called Wolfpack. But he played with Robbie Coltrane. He's a New York jazz drummer, but he's way more than a jazz drummer, And he has his own band called I always almost say the Frequent Flyers, but it's the Fearless Flyers.
Okay.
Bunch of great musicians, and Nate he's in demand. He's a very funky, great drummer. I heard that he moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine told me, I said, "Do you have his number?" He said, "Yeah," and he sends it to me. I called Nate up. I said, I'd never met him. I said, hey, Nate, I'm making a new record. Would you be interested in coming in and playing? He said, yeah, absolutely. So I wrote 2 songs for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And one of them didn't make the record just because of time constraints.
Yeah.
But the other 2, well, we recorded 3 songs in a day.
Okay.
And the other 2 are Go. And the bass player named Anton Nesbitt on that, who also played on the one that didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I brought in an acoustic bass player with Nate, and we cut Lonnie Johnson.
Ah. Yeah, the bass lines on Go fantastic as well.
That's just him.
Mm.
That's just Anton playing his ass off, you know.
Yeah, and I like the way you gave him that space too, like in that middle part where. Yeah, I was expecting to hear like another solo over the top, but he just like does his thing. Really good.
Yeah, we actually let a whole chorus go by, but it just, you know, it lagged. You know, it just lagged. I thought, you know, we'll feature them, you know, like a group jam kind of thing, you know. But they had never met. And Anton's not so much a soloist. He's more of a groove player. And it was like, okay, it didn't quite work. So we just edited it down, you know, to, I guess it's basically 6 bars, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's funky and it serves the purpose, you know.
It is.
And then back to the melody.
Yeah, that's great. How about the song Pure? So when I hear that, is that like there's a lot of different instruments in that one?
Okay, so, you know, Pure, like we use the melody to begin the record, right? And then we segue into White Rock Beer 8 cents.
Yep.
Right? So the whole extended version of Pure is like second to the last song on the record, I think. And it was perhaps the first thing that I wrote, you know, when I decided, okay, I'm making an instrumental record. I want to do some different things. I want to, you know, do some things that I've never done before. And that melody, I mean, I don't know where it came from, honestly. It's just like, it just kind of came to me. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I listen to a lot of Indian music. And I've always wanted to bring it, I mean, over the last some odd years, I've thought, I want to bring some of this Indian music into my work, but I never quite had the guts. So in this case, the melody to Pure, you know, is unique unto itself. It is what it is. It's not really Indian. It almost sounds more Middle Eastern or something.
Yeah.
Greek. But then we go into the improvisation. And the way that thing was cut, man, was, you know, Casey Wasner and I, we created some kind of a drum loop, just, you know. I went on a bass.
Yep.
That's the way we cut that track. We looped that. I didn't do that for 8 minutes. You know? And so I added like an acoustic guitar to it. And then did the improvisation, you know, unto itself. And sent it to my friend, great drummer, Toss Panos in LA. And he put drums on it, sent it back. And he and I talked on the phone, and I said, yeah, man, I was thinking about maybe putting some tabla on it. And I think you know somebody. And also, there's this great instrumentalist who plays the oud. His name is Jimmy Malise.
Okay.
It's actually much more than that because he's Greek. This is the short, the American version. Jimmy Malise. Tas Panos is Anastasios Panagiotopoulos. He's one of the great drummers, Tas Panos. I've worked and recorded with him a lot over the years. Tas is born in Greece, and that's how I met Jimmy Malise, who plays the oud.
Okay.
And so I thought, send me their numbers, you know. So Jimmy Malis played oud from the beginning throughout. And so you hear the oud plays through. And Satnam, his name is Satnam, and I can't remember his last name right now, played tabla. So they were overdubs from different rooms in a different state. Wow. All of them, you know. Playing to our little drum track, my little bass line, and my improvisation. So that's how that was built. And it's based on an Indian scale. The improvisation is based on an Indian scale that I basically just learned. There's this guy named Ram Narayan, and I love this guy. He plays an instrument that I can't remember the name of, but he's brilliant. And one of his ragas I just loved, and so I figured out the scale. And so I just used that scale, and I approached it like an Indian raga.
Wow. Yeah, it's funny you should say that, because I actually wrote down here, I got I had a jam along to the album, and I said, the key signature for that one, I just got question mark. And the scale, I wrote down it sounds like an E harmonic minor, but it's not. It's like something else.
Shall I tell you the scale?
No.
Shall I tell you?
Sure.
Yeah, the improvisation is in the key of E.
Yep.
Right? So it's E, F sharp, G, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E.
Oh, well.
Da 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 da. It's like you can play E major 7, E minor major 7, like a B triad with a G, right? Like from the high E, F sharp, C sharp, B, G. You know, that chord voicing.
Yeah.
And there's 3 triads in there. You know, like E, F sharp, major triads. F sharp major, B major. I think there's another one. But anyway, it's an odd scale. It's not too far out. You know?
Yeah, I just couldn't pick it. I thought I'll just jam and just do whatever.
Now you know.
Yeah, that's right. I'll try it again now. But overall, fantastic album. Now I know we're running out of time, but I just want to quickly talk about the Robben Ford Guitar Dojo, which I've joined up on.
Oh, thank you, man.
No problem. Thank you. I mean, it's fantastic. It's one of the best things I've seen as far as learning. You know, you have everything on there. Like when you go to the actual dojo part, you know, you got the jams, you got your riffs, you got your beginners, intermediate. And the good thing I like about it is it's not really all about the guitar playing. You know, you've got the interviews, you've got where you're just jamming, you're not talking. You've really got everything involved in this. And for the price, it's amazing. Like, you know, you'd pay that for a 15-minute lesson.
Adam, thank you for that. I do appreciate it.
No problem.
And of course, you're referring to the Robben Ford Guitar Dojo.com.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you basically described it there. There are 3 full courses. 2 are kind of under the same heading, which is Guitar the Way I Learned It.
Yep.
Because I'm a self-taught guitar player, so I had to figure this out for myself, you know. And I break it down into a beginner's and an intermediate course. So for the beginners, it starts with the guitar is tuned to the pentatonic scale, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very beginning of, you know, how I learned how to play the guitar, you know.
Yep.
I don't really teach the major triads in the beginning, like G, C, F, D, A, E. And some people are kind of looking for that, you know.
Yep.
But I'm teaching it from the point of view of blues.
Yep.
And then, you know, once we kind of work through that, I start teaching music theory a little bit. And then the intermediate level really gets into, you know, chords and scales on another level. So there's all of that. There's a rhythm course called Expand the Jam, which shows you how to take a jam in one key or a jam with 2 chords, 3 chords, and how you can do much more than just play this chord voicing, that chord voicing. You know, most people, it's like, okay, I can play G to C, you know, and after a while, your arm just gets tired. That's all there is to it, you know.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
there's more you can do with just 2 chords.
Yeah.
And so that's what that course is all about, is teaching people how to expand the jam.
Yeah.
And interviews with local talent here in Nashville, great musicians here in Nashville, behind the scenes video of, you know, me in the studio with Bill Evans and Daryl Jones from the Rolling Stones, Keith Carlock from Steely Dan, and all of those guys have done way more shit than that, pardon my French. And Bill Evans, you know, who started with Miles Davis. He began his career with Miles Davis. So, oh man, a story hour. So I just tell stories. I'm, you know, working with Miles Davis, Joni Mitchell, Jimmy Witherspoon. A new riff every week, and I'm not fooling around with the riffs. I mean, I'm really giving it up. I really give it up here. This is what I do, and I'm giving it away.
Yeah.
You know? And a thing called no talking, which is just, you know, me, you know, focus on the guitar, playing a vamp of some kind, so that, you know, it's kind of geared toward beginners, so that they can kind of learn how to play something simple, you know, but that's musical and cool.
But, I mean, but I mean, you really have something for everyone. I mean, I've been playing 40 years, and I watched it, and just like I said, just watching it, and not so much just with the guitar, just listening to what you're saying, the way you're describing things. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Adam. It means a lot, because there have been some people who come to the site and they're like, there's not enough content. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what they're looking for, man, you know?
I know. No, I mean, you got lots on there. Like, you got, I think it was 33 riffs. You got the vamps, heaps of amps, all the lessons. Yes, so much, isn't there? Amazing.
Yeah, in 3 months there are going to be 90 more riffs.
Oh wow.
Not 90. I'm sorry. It's 12 more. You know, like every week new riff, every week a new no talking.
Yeah.
You know.
So that must keep you pretty. Yeah, it must keep you pretty busy then. Keeping on top of this.
Well, yes, in the beginning, you know, we created a ton of content before we launched.
Yeah.
So that's the way we were able to kind of keep pace with it, because it is a lot of work. We just shot 4 riffs and 3 no talkings yesterday, you know, and you know, but that doesn't happen every day.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot in a single day to supply, you know, content. None of it is throwaway. You know, it's all, you know, very much considered, and you know, we want to give people quality here at the Robben Ford Guitar Dojo.com.
Yeah, I love that concept too, the dojo. You know, because I've been doing martial arts pretty much all my life as well, doing martial arts and.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've been karate and kickboxing. So I love the concept of the whole dojo.
Have you ever studied Tai Chi, Qigong?
No, I haven't yet. No, I'd like to do that because I heard you talk about it.
Soft forms, you know, they're the soft forms. That's all I got. I don't want to get my ass kicked by anybody. But the soft forms are said to be in the long run, you know, they because it's all about energy.
Yeah, that's great. Now I know you've got another interview coming up. Is it real soon?
Actually, I'm good. I have 1 more minute though.
Oh, excellent. Oh, good. That's all right. But yeah, I mean, just overall, the album and the course is a big thing for me. I can't wait to get right into it. The dojo. But yeah, it's just amazing. I just want to really thank you so much for your playing, your inspiration to me as a player as well. It's like I said on my Facebook post, you know, there's 4 people who has inspired me in my life. It's like Eddie Van Halen, Al Di Meola, John Williams, and yourself.
Well, thank you. I'm in good company. You're a good cat, Adam. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for actually listening to the record, you know, so that we could actually have a conversation about it.
Oh, no problem.
Some folks listen to it once and then suddenly we're talking about it. It's like, no,
No.
you don't know my record.
Yeah. Well, so
You do.
yeah, I like to listen to it once and then listen to it again and actually play over the top and just jam on it. I just find you get a really appreciation of it.
Yeah, you can write it.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You try and feel where you're coming from.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, once things open up and you come to Australia again, and you need a support band.
Oh, thank you.
No.
I'm supposed to be there in May now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep your eyes out. Hopefully, I was going to be there in January, but it was postponed due to COVID.
Yeah.
So we might be over there in May. Where are you? What city?
Melbourne.
Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to be in Melbourne in May.
Okay. I'll look out for it.
Yeah, my band actually.
Yep. Excellent. I'll look out for it for sure.
Well, say hello.
Yes.
If we're there together.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. We'll do.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, thanks again, Robben. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you real soon.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you, Adam.
No problem. See you then. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.